Good morning. Good morning, Ikaru, and good morning, Potato. Ad time! Thank you for being my bot. And congrats on your 65 stream streak, Ikaru. We will be finishing off this case of the clouded Kokoro. Obviously, well, I mean, look, I can't believe I got this little sprout last stream because you've been streaming enough in the past. Oh, I see. I think it's like 3 times. At least 3 times a week that I have to stream. I thought you could do that for like any streams, but I guess it's for one stream. Okay. I can't believe I think if there's no other twists and turns, but like who are those 2 other dudes that we saw right before the trial started? The weird like pink guy and the other dude. the pink theater kid speaking with the other guy. Unless they're gonna present another twist to the story. I basically figured out the case up until this point, right? Where we think the maid / wife of our defendant's landlord, basically our defendant's landlady, kind of, if it's a joint venture in the landlording business. She did it. She stabbed the victim by accident by throwing a knife at her husband, it bouncing through the window and stabbing the victim accidentally. That's what I figured from right before the trial started. And what we're going to convince everybody, that's exactly what happened right now. With this, with her testimony. We are accusing her of crimes. It's not even manslaughter because she's still the victim's not dead. What is it? Just accidental bodily harm. Attempted manslaughter. Accident. Do you understand, madam? I'm not sure what I understand actually. What would you ask? The court has decided your testimony is required in order to clarify matters in this case. Do you understand, madam? Yes. Yeah. Yes, my lord. You will tell the court everything that took place in your household the evening in question. I think that would be assault plus manslaughter, but she didn't die. Is it still a manslaughter charge if the victim is not dead? And it was an accident? It would be like you accidentally dropped a knife on your on somebody, right? Also accidentally and allegedly committed crimes. The victim's not dead. The victim's not dead. They're in the hospital comatose right now. So I think that's why the victim's not dead, because it was an accident. Not saying that people don't die on accident. I'm saying in the video game world, usually when somebody dies, they get like equal punishment. So if it's somebody usually dies because the murderer did it purposefully, right? Since it's an accident, I don't think the game is going to Oh my god, that would be so bad if the game decides to kill off somebody anyways, right? Unless this is why it's this case. I'm thinking no, okay, so let me go back. My train of thought is all over the place. Okay, so what I'm thinking, right, is Mr. Van Zieks here has had a character arc, not character arc, but there's a plot thread where every person who he prosecutes against dies, right? So I'm thinking the first case with him was an example of that, right? Even if the accused is found innocent, they die anyways because Mr. Van Zieks is the prosecutor. But since this time the person is technically, like, I'm saying it hasn't been confirmed yet, but I'm saying because this time the victim is not dead, the crime was an accident. Would it be the first time that Mr. Van Zieks prosecutes against somebody and they don't die? Google tells me it's criminal negligence causing bodily harm. That sounds official enough. Criminal negligence. Yeah. That sounds very official. That does sound like lawyers speak for accident. Negligence. Criminal negligence. Anyways, I don't know. It'd be pretty fucked up if somebody dies anyways. Even if I'm saying if it's an accident and nobody died. Basically doing something so stupid you accidentally hurt someone, yes. That sounds about right. Criminal negligence. That sounds like it would be a sick burn at some point. Keep it in your mind so that you can tell your friends that they have committed criminal negligence if they accidentally hurt you. In any way. Like they give you too much spicy food. It's always the defendant that dies, or someone in the case that he was part of. I'm pretty sure it's always the defendant, no matter found guilty or innocent. Are we finishing the trial? We are! At least I think we are. Okay. Yes, we are. We're definitely finishing the trial. Like, no matter if this maid... Let me... No matter if, she is found to have committed the crime or not, or there's going to be a twist, it probably won't be that much more. We're probably going to have enough time to start the next case too. And then this is what I plan to do. I want to finish the next case. Oh my god, this is gonna be hard. No, it's gonna take me forever. I want to be able to finish this next case, and then I want to take like 2-week breaks so that I can do my convention, and then I'll be back. That's my plan. If it changes, I'm sorry. Only realize... Oh yes! It's a confetti nug. It's actually a chiclet. That was my very early design for my viewers, are chiclets. The nugs just came. For no, they I don't know. Two-week breaks and then 1 month later? Did I? Wow. This time for real, okay? this time, maybe I'm lying again. maybe it's a 1 month. It's between a 2-week to 1 month break. How about that? Don't call me out like that, Ikaru. I'm not judging. Well, look. It is ideally 2 weeks. How about that? Shall we finish this case? Oh dear. I can probably pull myself together. I can do it. I believe in me. Only kinda. Oh, this is still better than the Final Fantasy 15 incident. What? Don't worry about it. I will finish everything eventually. Maybe. You... Dude. Back in 2 days. It just gets worse and worse. Yeah, fuck. You will tell the court everything that took place in your household on the evening in question. And I warn you, I do not attempt to hide the truth.
Oh, dearie me.
Chin up, Joanne. Joannie. Nothing to worry about. Hey, wait! You're not sitting!
Oh, I didn't know you were here, John.
Oh, she's so sparkly-eyed. Wasn't only you in the room that day, old thing, was it? Rather think I ought to testify as well, don't you?
But what about your knee, dear?
Don't you worry about that. I hardly notice it. I'm not the sort of chap to leave a comrade to face disciplinary action alone.
Oh, John.
Lots of cute couples in this trial, huh? Or, there's 2. There was 2. I presume you are Mr. John Garrideb. Yes, sir. Former 2nd Lieutenant of 3rd Regiment of 4th Northumberland Fusiliers, sir. Yes. Seen my fair share of action, and now living the quiet life, as it were. The quiet life. Were you not engaged in an incendiary battle with your spouse on the day in question? Ah, well, yes. Quiet. I believe this may represent a first in the proud history of the British court. Calling a juror to the witness stand is unprecedented. However, the court will hear your testimony now, juror number 4, and that of your husband. You will recount clearly and concisely the events in your home at the time of the incident in question. Yes, sir, at once. The Battle of Garrideb. Oh my god. Like it's a war. Yes. On the day you're referring to, wife and I did have a bit of a skirmish. Can't recall the reason now. Oh boy, we can tell you the reason. Knocked a candlestick over and set fire to the carpet. Soon had it out though. We got the window open.
Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find, and to throw at him.
Plenty of knives around in our place. Can't say I'd notice if one or two went missing, I'm afraid. If that bully thing in the victim's back really is one of ours, you'll have a job proving it, I think. It sounds as though it's quite the battlefield in your household that evening. Although an entirely one-sided assault, it seems.
Why does everybody have war puns on the ready?
The enemy caught us on hop, sir. Had no choice but to dig in and take defensive measures. To be honest, if the enemy had kept shelling us for another minute, we'd have been toast. Of course, a veteran such as myself is only too aware that on the battlefield, you're just a gnat whisker away from death at any moment.
A gnat's whisker? Do they have whiskers?
Are we still talking about marital quarrel here?
I guess a lot of insects have hairs. Does that count as a whisker?
Well, I must say, I'm dubious that this testimony will shed any light in the origins of this jackknife. In combat, one's focus narrows such that surroundings are barely noticed. These witnesses may not be able to offer anything more than they have testified already. This may be a dead end. Van Zieks may be right.
Well, whatever the chances, we only have this one cross-examination to uncover the truth, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, okay, this is the last cross-examination, as said by Miss Susato. Okay, so this has to be the end of the trial.
Yes, I'm afraid so. Very well, counsel. Begin your examination. Begin. Cross-examination. The Battle of Geradeb. Yes, on the day you're referring to, my wife and I did have a bit of a skirmish.
Can't recall the reason now.
The reason is what you told us yesterday, I believe.
Yes, that's right. If I remember correctly, it all started because of a note that was stuck into the pages of a book belonging to Mr. Geradeb.
A rather passionate note, in fact.
But Mrs. Geradeb found the note, discovering her husband's little secret.
Was this initially a Japanese game? Yes, I'm pretty sure. Gnats have antennae, zero whiskers. Oh, do you think Nat's whiskers could have been something else? Well, I think Ace Attorney usually does a pretty good job localizing everything. So all of these puns and references to stuff is like all rewritten. It's actually, I think it's one of the better localized games. You do, like, the thing is there's a lot of puns that would not make sense in English. It wasn't English till the Chronicle version came out. No. I mean, no. The old Ace Attorney games, like on the DS, those were all localized English. That's what I'm talking about, being like a good localization. Do.
And she gave him a mighty number of slaps across the face for it, too.
What a sordid state of affairs. Hell on earth.
Wow, you guys. I don't know if that's. Yeah, nobody likes spousal abuse. I was gonna say like slightly misogynistic, but no. If you hit your spouse, yeah, it deserves to be criticized. I think like of that time, Phoenix Wright was one of the better localized ones though. And I think the thing is, I think Phoenix Wright had they had a lot of Japanese jokes that needed to be like it must have been a really hard job.
I say, when a chap says he can't recall such things, it's common decency not to drag it up. And besides, half of it was wide of the mark anyway.
A likely story.
These waters run very deep. And what of the transpired next? What transpired next after these multiple blows to the face? Knocked a candlestick over and set fire to the carpet. Soon headed out though and got the window open.
Hold it!
And the fire also spread to some items of furniture, didn't it? Oh, the bookcase, my armchair, anything of mine, really. It just so happens there was some bathwater around that evening, so I sloshed that about to put it out. A most precarious situation you put yourself in. Ours is a 3-story townhouse on the west side of the street, where the water main isn't connected yet. Have to draw water from a public bath pump during the day, if you need any, you see.
The lodgers are always moaning that they can't get any water at night. Although, that little mustached Japanese man buys water in bottles, I believe.
The defendant, Mr. Natsume, you mean?
Yes, he receives a stipend for his studies, you know, from his home country. Can you imagine? Being able to brew a pot of tea at all hours. He's obviously very well off.
Have you actually seen the state of the man?
I believe he uses all of his income to buy books.
Well, anyway, the point is, I was able to douse the fire with water, fortunately enough.
Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find to throw at him.
Hold it!
Even though the room was on fire.
As far as I was concerned at that time, it was more important to extinguish my anger than the flames. When a woman wants to throw, she must throw. That is most certainly not true of the Susato takedown, Mr. Naruto.
How did she know I was thinking that? So, please cast your mind back and try to remember. Was a knife among the items that you threw at your husband that day?
In all honesty, I don't recall. But I feel I must point out that I'm no monster. Let me see. Some bread, a cabbage, garlic, a towel, a sponge, a napkin.
Yes? You want to say something?
Do you have something to add, sir? Mr. Garrideb! Don't shoot! Sorry. I beg your pardon? Did your wife's remark just now bring something to mind? Nothing of significance, no. Just that the barrage of projectiles the old thing launched in my direction was somewhat more solid than she implies. Books, bricks, fire poker, I seem to recall.
Ouch. And the woman's such... aim is uncanny. She landed... Ah!
Good grief, woman! We're not at home now. This is the court of law.
Oh, dearie me. Ever so sorry, dear.
What's she even doing with the teapot in here?
Honestly, John, I would never have thrown such things at you, obviously.
Well, take a look at this then. How do you suppose that happened? Your pipe, sir.
Had this thing in my usual as hand.
Had this thing in my hand as usual at the time of the onslaught. Knocked it clean out with one of her soft projectiles, she did, yes. And when I went to pick the thing up, it was broken in two. I'd like to see a sponge do that sort of damage.
I see. Your pipe was broken.
I would never have sent it. I would never have been sent flying unless it was. Sorry, it would never have been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid.
Is the knife in the body going to be some sort of military knife? No. So what I think is it's going to be is we're going to find that chip. Let me show you. Fuck. This knife, if we open it up, there's a chip on the tip. We're gonna find out about the chip at some point. But no, this is a pretty nondescript knife. I'm pretty sure they did say what kind of knife it was, and Miss Garrideb at least says that it's a pretty common knife. So,
anyways, I managed to bandage the thing.
Holy crap! What am I saying?
Anyways, I've managed to bandage the thing up for now.
Ha! You are one to exaggerate, aren't you, dear?
I wonder what we should make of this account. It's always important. Don't ask me. The defense believes Mr. Garrideb's remark just now to be of great significance.
Objection!
This war veteran's words only tell us one thing.
Betray a fiery wife, and pipes, as well as hearts, may be broken. Sentimental wisdom, perhaps, but hardly worthy of adding to the formal testimony.
Indeed. Common sense, one might say.
One might.
In that case, would you at least permit us to examine the pipe, sir?
Well, I don't see why not.
Oh, dearie me. There you go again, trying to ingratiate yourself with a young lady.
Very well. The court will accept the gentleman's pipe as evidence.
Yay! This is where we're gonna find it. Mr. Garrideb's pipe. Apparently it fell to the floor during a domestic dispute he had with his wife and broke.
I hope I don't speak out of turn, Mr. Naruhodo. I was just feeling rather disappointed for you that your request was turned down.
You know what? Why I'm probably stumbling on my words? Because right before this stream, I drank... I didn't drink like last time. I didn't drink alcohol like last time. I had an ice cream float, which was just a can of Coke and a whole drumstick. It might be the caffeine and the sugar. I just wanted a sweet treat. It's probably so much sugar. So much sugar, my body is dying. I'll be fine. This is fine.
Oh, no, it's fine. Thanks to Susato-san, we have some new evidence to work with. We should examine it carefully. Yes, we shall. Knife chip, knife chip, knife chip, knife chip! There's some kind of chip. There's a small nick out of the bowl here. Look, it appears to have been made relatively recently. And see how there's little scrapes and dents all over it? It's clearly a well-loved pipe. Yes, you're right. It seems to me recently that being well-loved goes hand in hand with getting some battle scars. This particular nick is catching my eye, really. Because it's clearly new.
Oh my god, it's right in there! But wait, I want to see this bandage first.
It looks to be in a story state with the bandage around it, doesn't it? For some reason, it feels slightly ominous to me, like it's trying to shout out a warning. Probably because it's the same blue as Mr. Gyarados' dressing gown. I suppose it must have had considerable sentimental value to Mr. Gyarados, given that he's gone to the trouble of repairing it like this. Either that, or he can't afford to replace it.
Probably both. Cough drop number 1. Alright, let's look at the chip.
The knife tip! Oh, something twinkled inside the chamber of the pipe here. Also, this pipe means... No, that means the knife is way larger than I thought it was. That's a gigantic knife compared to this pipe.
I thought it was like a small pocket knife. But no, when they say jackknife, they mean quite large. When they did say it was a large knife, I didn't believe them. I'm sorry. I should have believed them when they said large.
Yes, I saw it. Something stuck in there, I think. Let's turn it over and give it a shake. What's this? It's a tiny fragment of metal. It looks like the tip of a blade or something. The tip of a blade? Surely it couldn't be. Fragment of metal. This small piece of metal looks like it might be the tip of a knife blade. It was stuck inside the pipe of Mr. Gyarados' pipe.
Well, thank you for that rebuttal, Mr. Gyarados. Now, if you could return to the crux of the matter. What can you tell the court about the knife used to attack the victim? Plenty of knives around the place. Can't say I'd notice if 1 or 2 went missing, I'm afraid.
Hold it!
Sorry? Would you care to elaborate?
Nothing to say, really. Rather partial to a spot of carving, you see. Pipes and whatnot, fishing tackle, you know, that sort of thing.
It's a passion we both share. I like to carve little wooden trinkets too, and then there's my leather work.
Sort to say, we're always losing knives about the place. And we have dozens of things.
Or something. Sorry, we have dozens of the things. We have dozens of knives.
They sell them at the market sometimes. 20 for the price of 19. Needless to say, I snapped them up. John prefers to use 2 knives at meals time.
What? Why?
John prefers to use 2 knives at meals times too, instead of a knife and fork.
Now, Joanne. We don't want people thinking I'm some sort of... Ah!
Here we go again with the scaldings. Why are they being so evasive? I imagine it's because they don't want to believe it. They can't bear the thought that it might have been one of their knives that injured the victim. Which is entirely understandable, of course, but still. Go on with your testimony, witnesses.
Sir! If that bully thing in the victim's back really was one of ours, you'll have a job proving it, I think.
Hold it!
So, you have no intention of admitting it was your knife, unless we can produce proof. Even though there can be no other credible possibility if Mr. Natsume is innocent.
Objection!
You forget, my Nipponese friend, that it has yet to be established that the accused is not responsible for the attack. As if I could forget. If only there was some way to know who had handled the knife. But I suppose wizardry like that is just a dream. Perhaps you're thinking of fingerprinting, Mr. Naruhodo?
What? You mean it's not a dream? That sort of wizardry really exists?
Whenever people touch anything, they leave behind a unique pattern from their skin, or so they say. But I can't see anything. There are already countries in this world where these so-called fingerprints can be used as evidence.
Lord Strongheart is currently discussing the matter with the Ministry of Justice.
Yes, I believe we are rapidly approaching an era of scientific methods of investigation.
But for now, we shall have to find an alternative method of proving our assertion. That this knife found in the victim's back was originally in Mr. and Mrs. Garredeb's house. If only I could transplant this whole incident to several years in the future. That's the extent of their testimony, is it? What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, I think we've heard all this before, to be honest. I can't say I'm particularly confident that we'll be able to prove anything from this testimony.
But in this cross-examination, it's absolutely essential that we establish how this knife came to be at the scene of the incident.
Yes, I know.
I'm sure both of them must be feeling very worried. Worried that it was in fact a knife belonging to one of them that caused the victim's injury.
If we could find even a tiny shred of evidence to support that theory, like something really tiny, like a piece of shiny metal or something, you know, like a spark of inspiration, a shiny metal spark. It would clinch the trial for us. It would explain everything.
Yes, it would.
So, for Sosaki-san's sake, we must find the last crucial piece of evidence. Let's head to the last piece and present our tiny piece of evidence. Shabam!
Objection!
Mr. Garredeb, could I ask you to take a good look at this, please?
You can ask, but I don't see a bally thing.
You can't?
You used to call me Dead-Eyed Dev back in the regiment, of course, but that was a long time ago now. Even when I'm trying to enjoy a large print book by the fire these days, I struggle to tell B from D and P from Q, to be honest.
Oh, he does, dear me. It's rather wearing being asked about every other letter in every other word.
You must be very dizzy. What is that? A tiny scrap of metal. Yes, almost certainly from the tip of a blade. And what may appear at first to be just a tiny scrap is in fact a crucial piece of evidence. Interesting. And where did the defense come by this evidence? It was lodged in the chamber of Mr. Garredeb's pipe.
My pipe, you say? By Jove, I wonder how it got there. And what precisely does this fragment of metal signify, Counsel? Are you suggesting that it is in some way related to the matter of the stabbing at Briar Road? Please, present some evidence.
I am.
What?
When putting together with another piece of evidence already in the court record, I believe this tiny fragment of metal would unravel the whole truth of the case, my lord. Please, present the tiny piece of evidence.
You appear rather confident in the extraordinary statement, Counsel. Very well. Present the pertinent evidence to the court. What evidence, when paired with this fragment of metal, allegedly reveals the truth of this entire case?
Take that!
This is the knife that was found in the victim's back. If you look closely, you will see that there is a small piece at the tip of the blade that's missing. A common issue with inferior blades sold at unsavory street markets. Criminals who use them regularly leave tips lodged in their victims' bones.
And what of this particular knife?
No doubt, its tip has suffered a similar fate, now languishing somewhere near the spine of the victim.
Objection!
No, that's not the case. The tip of this particular knife's blade is the very fragment of metal we discovered in the chamber of Mr. Gyarados' pipe.
What was that? Why? The Mr. No! Van Zeek's like clutching his heart. God, I could watch that forever. I'm sorry to say, Mr. Baroque Van Zeek's character is so my type. It hurts. But now that I've said that, he has the potential to die in this game now. Every character I like is gonna die.
Good grief, Lord Van Zeeks.
I don't believe it.
The knife from the crime scene and this fragment of metal are a perfect match.
Good golly gosh!
Order? Is this some sort of Eastern sorcery?
This is no magic, my lord. This is a miracle.
A miracle?
So, Van Zeeks has figured it out, has he?
Counsel, explain this extraordinary coincidence at once.
Yes, my lord. The crucial point we have to ask ourselves here is, when did the fragment of metal find its way inside Mr. Gyarados' pipe? Something that was clarified for us in the most recent witness testimony.
Had this thing in my hand as usual at the time of the onslaught. Knocked it clean out of one of her soft projectiles, she did. Yes. It would never have been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid.
Oh, they're shaking. Oh.
Oh, dearie me.
He broke his pipe! Or is he just holding it strange?
During the argument between these two that occurred just as the victim was on the pavement below, Mrs. Gyarados flung this knife at her husband. However, the knife missed Mr. Gyarados, instead striking the pipe in his hand at the time.
We're probably gonna have to present, like, why why did it strike the victim's back? It's gonna be because the victim bent down to pick up a flaming book from the ground. That's probably what we're gonna have to prove next. Which caused the tip to break off, of course. Good lord! Yes, and that is when the tip of the blade found its way inside Mr. Gerardup's pipe. The chance of that are 1,000,000 to 1. And yet, there is no other credible explanation for how the tip of the blade ended up in your pipe. Then, after losing its tip, the knife ricocheted off the pipe and flew out of the open window. In short, this knife, which fell from the window of the Gerardup's house, whoa, spin! Is the very knife that struck the victim in the middle of the back on the street below. My gosh. Oh dear. Oh. No! Oh my god, look at his back! It's burnt! Because the victim was picking up the book! Don't even ask! A full-bodied theory. I'll give you that. Oh my god, that's a wine joke. I get it, because wines can be full body. Wow. I got it. Yin got it. A complex bouquet of seemingly trivial points, plausibly arranged to create an almost passable vintage. Throw it, throw it, throw it! Allow me to toast my learned friend's characteristically Nipponese approach to this bottling his argument. Sorry? But after all, it is just a theory. The bottle, I fear, is corked. Because you see... Ah! It's spoilt by an insurmountable inconsistency. An insurmountable... What?
Lord Van Six, explain yourself. What is this inconsistency you claim to have identified?
An inconsistency of the simplest nature, my lord. The victim was found with a knife planted in the middle of her back. Yes, in her... Ah.
That's right, you silly little man.
Now, Joanne, old thing, what are you getting so excited about? Let us consider the basic facts of the case once more. The victim was walking along the pavement before being stabbed in the back and falling to the ground. If the knife that struck her had fallen from above... Yeah! There's no possible way it could have planted itself into the victim's back.
Gah! Order!
Quite right, you see. That's exactly right. If the knife had fallen on her from above, it would have struck her on top of her head.
Oh my gosh, she slapped him. He has the slap mark back.
He's lost for words, look. I knew it. I never liked the theory in the first place.
I don't know, though. What really did happen? It would appear the defense has made a rather spectacular blunder.
If a theory has one inconsistency, it cannot stand. Your theory, my learned friend, is history. We were so close. I could see the truth. I was so sure we were in the right track.
Are we going to see Dead Boyfriend to say, you can do it?
But now, the way has been blocked completely by just one simple inconsistency. Or in other words, we simply need to eliminate that one consistency, and the theory will stand. Miss Susato. You mustn't worry, Mr. Naruhodo. You were just caught off guard, that's all, and your mind went blank. But if the path you were on is indeed correct, then a way will present itself. The key is that the key to this is in the court record, I'm sure. All the information you need is there. It seems you have nothing to say, my Nipponese friend. Well, your silence speaks volumes. A tacit acceptance to your theory is fatally flawed.
Objection!
I love she's standing on a box. Shaky, shaky? This inconsistency doesn't mean I was on the wrong track. It means I need to sharpen my mind and dig deeper for the truth. It is a test. Yes. If the knife fell on the victim from above, there's no way that it could have hit her in the middle of her back. Under normal circumstances, that is. What are you implying? Counsel? There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can explain this inconsistency. That can explain how the knife that fell from above could have pierced the victim's back. We already have the answer. Goodness! Utter madness! Surely this must be the last time. Counsel, present the evidence of which you speak. This is the last inconsistency. The final piece in the puzzle. If I can just successfully make sense of this, the truth will be laid bare at last. The evidence that explains how the falling knife became lodged in the victim's back is... Oh, I was going to present the book, but we can also present this, right? Because it would show that the victim is holding the book. I think we actually present this. Because this just shows book on fire. This shows victim holding book. Okay. Yeah, I can accept that. I can accept that.
Take that!
This fourth book found at the scene is the final piece of evidence the defense will present. Oh, it might have been either items. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, what is this music? Is this new? Oh, this is a good song. This is a very triumphant song. That burnt book. I think we could have we really could have presented either one. That's nice. That's nice. I think in the previous games they were more strict about which one, but which piece of evidence exactly. That's nice. That's nice. Is that not Mr. Gerdev's book? Yes, and to understand its significance, we have to consider how it came to be at the scene in the first place. This photographic print clearly shows the book in question, and the victim holding it in her hand. But as we all now know, it was the police constable that put the book between her fingers like that. Quite so, as part of his wholesale transplant of the crime scene to the opposite side of the road. That's true. However, as part of his testimony, Constable Beat made an extremely enlightening statement to that point. But what made you place that book in the victim's hand?
Oh, well, sir, that's because that's how I found it. When we first ran over to the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So, when I moved everything,
I made sure it was still in her hand. In other words, the victim had already picked the book up of her own volition. And clearly, it must have been before she suffered the knife wound.
Well, I should say so. After being attacked with a knife, I don't imagine she'd have been doing very much of anything.
So, the question becomes, why did the victim have a book in her hand?
By Jingo! I think I'm beginning to see what may have happened now.
Oh, dearie me. We know that the book fell from the top floor of the Gyaradev household onto the pavement below, at precisely the moment that the victim was walking past. Yes, at exactly that moment, the young woman was walking along the street in a light fog, when all of a sudden, a book fell right in front of her.
The book I threw.
Yes, Mrs. Gyaradev. And what do you think the woman did? What would you do if you were walking along and suddenly a book landed in front of you on the pavement?
Well, I really can't imagine it. Well, I suppose she might have reached down and picked the book up.
That's a real. This is a really cute illustration.
Yes, that is exactly what the woman did. In fact, she picked up the book. Oh heavens! And when the woman reached down to pick up the fallen book, what position would her back have been in? That's right, facing the sky, completely and utterly defenseless. Then, in the very next moment, while the woman was still bent over picking up the book, the next object fell from the room above, a jackknife, straight into the middle of her back. And, at the same time, walking by chance directly behind Mrs. Green, was the defendant, Mr. Soseki Natsume.
Well, I'd never!
It appeared to Mr. Natsume that the woman simply collapsed on the floor. In the dark and the fog, he didn't see the knife falling on her from above. And from the other direction, the constable and his wife saw no one but the victim and her apparent attacker.
So, there was never a real culprit to the scene in the first place.
No, this was nothing more than a series of unlikely events that culminated into an unfortunate accident. And that is the real truth behind this case. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Gyaradev,
The very first time you showed me that knife, I had my suspicions. I wondered if it might have been something like that.
There, old bean.
Poor Mrs. Gyaradev. Of course, I never meant for anything of this sort of thing to happen, but it was all my fault, wasn't it? I take full responsibility. I let the anger get the better of me. I threw that book. And I threw that knife as well. John, dear.
It's all right, I know.
I'm ever so sorry. Truly.
I'm sorry.
Oh. 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 He can't carry her anymore. Oh, well, he can. He can carry her. For a bit. Oh, the poor old couple. He split his pants. No, I'm pretty sure those pants were burnt from the fire in their house. And he just doesn't have the money to have any other clothes.
Lord Ranseeks, what news of Mrs. Garadab?
She's been taken to the infirmary. It would appear that today's events have left her in a especially flustered state. What does it look like, Hikaru, huh? What does it look like? However, I believe she will recover in due course. There is no cause for concern.
Yes. Unbeknownst to themselves, they caused what could easily have been a terrible tragedy. They shall have to prepare themselves for the consequences of their actions.
There is some good news, however, my lord. I have just had word from the hospital where the victim is being treated. Her condition is improving steadily, and the doctor believes she will regain consciousness soon. It's strange. We've been talking about the victim all this time, but we've never once met her.
How wonderful. The woman is out of danger, it seems.
Yes, that is good news.
So, Mr. Soseki Natsume.
Yes?
On behalf of my fellow countrymen, I would like this opportunity to beg your pardon, sir. You came from your distant eastern homeland to study our great British culture, and have been repaid with immeasurable unkindness. Please, accept our heartfelt apologies. No, it's me who should be begging your pardon.
Oh no, Mr. Natsume.
That evening, when the young woman had just collapsed on the pavement before my eyes, I jumped to the wrong conclusion again in my conclusion. What conclusion, sir?
I was sure that the woman was dead. Yes, Constable Beats said the same thing, didn't he? He thought she'd been killed, too.
I suppose she must have looked completely lifeless.
It's been about a year since I arrived in Great Britain now, but I still can't get used to life here. I can't relax. I'm sure there are evil spirits lurking in the fog, like they're haunting me.
Poor Soseki-san. His imagination really has got the better of him.
Yes, poor man.
So when it happened, I thought the young woman had been taken by the fog spirits. I should have never dropped my books like that and run away. I should have called for help, for a doctor, for police. Instead, I've managed to create a rift in the relationship of the trust between our two empires. And for that, I'm truly sorry. One could say that some sort of mischievous spirit has been at work here, I think. One that created a chain of unfortunate mishaps. We are befooled by the spirit and led to false conclusions. But thanks to Lord Ranseeks and our young Lori here from the east, that chain has now been broken, and the spirit exorcised. I heartily commend you both.
Oh.
Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Yes, my lord. In concluding the trial, I must ask you one last time for your decision regarding the defendant's culpability. Are you ready to present your findings to the court? As the foreman of this jury, I can assure you we've reached a fair and just conclusion.
I do declare that the truth can be extremely cruel at times. Well, I didn't suspect the woman next to me, that's for sure.
Sitting in for the old bean while she's out of action, you know? But I know what her decision would be. Does that mean we can finally get out of here and start work? Well, it's about time.
I say, I'll have a corker of a story to tell the grandchildren when I get home, won't I?
Very well, ladies and gentlemen of the court. I hereby demand your final decision. Sorry, not of the court. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Mr. Foreman.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Very well, Mr. Soseki Natsume. I hereby pronounce you not guilty.
Yay! Not guilty. Yay! Confetti. Wow, fireworks! And this is in universe fireworks. Those fireworks are real, not just fake game fireworks. And now he dies. Yeah. I'm interested in if he actually dies. I'd be very like, what the fuck if he dies?
And finally, Mr. Natsume.
Yes, my lord.
You are now a free man once more. It is my hope that you will continue to further your education in British culture. And may you never again be brought before me. Oof.
He'll definitely not be brought before him if he dead. Oh, yes, sir. Of course. In my life, I swear I'll never set foot in the courtroom again. I'm transported to tears.
Thank you, counsels. Court is adjourned.
February 20th, 3:17 p.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber. Oh, locum! Wait, you mean me? Of course! Is there another locum here? Is there even one? Compared to the original locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, your name has become rather short, hasn't it? What's wrong with using my actual name? Oh, at last! I'm free! Slight suggestion for the future, unless you're already planning it, setting the cheap redeem to 10-15k and just labeling it Dragon Advertisement. That is a pretty cute suggestion, Dragon Advertisement. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it a redeem or just make it like sometimes I use the chibi model and sometimes I use my regular one. I'll think about it. Joyful, joyous, jubilant jubilation! Hey, hearty, happiness, hurrah!
Oh, I am pleased. Mr. Natsume is delighted.
Would it be so hard to say that then? I wonder if his like when he does the exclamation mark words, if they're supposed to be haikus. Like in Japanese, because I'm pretty sure they mentioned that's part of what he studies. Locum, you did it! You saved me from the brink! Well, what happened to the poor woman was in no way your fault after all. I'm just glad everyone can see that now. No, not that! Lovely, loyal, locum lawyer! Yes? I mean, as I said before, I just never got used to life here in Great Britain. Every time I looked over my shoulder, I see foreigners. I see towering brick buildings. And from high up windows, I see them looking down at me, laughing at, look at that little hunchback. Oh dear, I'm sure that's all in your head, Mr. Natsume. But today, you locum lawyer gave me my Glooma boot. You stood firm behind that baronial bench before all those babbling British. You battled to the bitter end, laying bare the baffling truth. And when I beheld the blinding fireworks among the beams of the Bailey roof, I bellowed, "Behold, the best barrister ever born!" Well, that's very flattering, and we're very pleased for you. This has given me a wonderful anecdote to recount to my friends back in Japan. An anecdote? Is that what's to become of all my hard work? Ah, there you are, my dear fellows. He's speaking. I apologize for you waiting. I rose late this morning.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes! What a pleasure it is to see you.
I see I'm here not a moment too soon. A disaster has been averted, I'm glad to say.
Oh.
The trial shall begin presently, Mr. Naruhodo, and I wish you the very best of luck.
It's just finished.
What? No. Then my haste was in vain. Ah! It's you! Hairlock Sholmes!
Oh? Have we met, sir?
This is Mr. Natsume. The man you had arrested, Mr. Sholmes.
I don't think technically he didn't say he arrested him.
Ah, see. I failed to recognize you at first. Our previous encounters have taken place in the gloom, either to your bleak lodgings or that prison cell. I simply couldn't place that curious face in the light.
Charming.
This is all your fault, Hairlock Sholmes! You're the reason I had to go through this terrible ordeal. I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. My apologies, sir, but I assure you, I have placed you now. You're the fellow who had abandoned that poor young lady and ran off, are you? Are you not? Ah. Had she been taken to the hospital more urgently, I feel perhaps she would have regained consciousness by now.
Oh.
But it was unavoidable, I'm sure. We are but human, after all. Anyone would have been shaken by such an experience.
I do feel very bad about how I behaved.
Well, never mind then. What was it that you wanted me to say, sir?
Nothing.
Priceless! Oh, I'm sorry. True, really, but that was quite priceless.
Poor Soseki-san.
Still, on the bright side, you've had an extremely entertaining experience without paying a penny. And it would seem you were not even found guilty.
But there is no bright side.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Natsume?
Even after this, I am still cursed by the spirits and by the Reaper!
Ah, Lord Van Zeeks.
I haven't forgotten, you know. What's facing me? What facing that man in court means. Even if you're found not guilty, you're still doomed.
It will be all right, Mr. Natsume. If the Reaper appears trying to make trouble, I will protect you. Hiya! With a perfectly executed Susato takedown.
Much as I liked being turned on my head, a bit of warning might be nice next time, Miss Susato. Oh my god! Thank you for the gifts of Ikaru to Miss Seishun Days. So, Mr. Natsume, what do you intend to do now? You mentioned something about recounting your experiences to your friend back in Japan. There may or may not have been a hidden sheep. Sometimes a sheepy sheep is here lurking. Sometimes I have certain friends lurking too. Yes, I intend to return to my homeland soon. You better not go onto a ship called the Titanic or something.
Oh. It's already been a year since I arrived here in Great Britain.
To have two people here.
I've been visiting universities, libraries, bookshops. I've been honored with the tutelage of professors. I've learned so much about the wealth of literature here, and the city it has shaped. I've come to realize that it is my calling to sail home and tell my fellow countrymen about it.
That's very touching, Mr. Natsume.
His ship is going to fucking sink.
Or, in perhaps less veiled terms, you wish to withdraw halfway around the world to escape the terror of the Reaper's curse.
That is not it at all!
The more I learn of literature, the more its strange feelings claw at my insides. I feel compelled to return to my roots and attempt to pen the work of my own.
Oh, I see. A work of literature made by Soseki-san. Could be an interesting read.
And what's of Miss Susato and yourself, Mr. Naruhodo?
Sorry? What about us?
Will you return to Japan alongside your mustached compatriot?
Why would we? His pupils look odd? Yeah, Soseki-san's? Mr. Natsume? Yeah, it's because he's paranoid and crazy. He's got crazy eyes.
A week has not yet passed since we have arrived in London. And only now does it feel as though we finally have found our feet.
I hope they get a fucking break. Maybe we can visit the circus? The circus? Where there definitely won't be a murder? Or the Crystal Tower! There's gonna be a Crystal Tower soon. I want the world exhibit. I want to see.
And you are accommodated in a hotel at present, are you not?
That's right. But we need to find lodgings before it bankrupts us. I've calculated we can only afford another 10 nights before our entire budget is exhausted.
Well then, you could take my lodgings. Oh god. Oh, the windowless room?
Ah, but what it lacks in windows, it more than makes up for floor and ceiling and walls.
Great.
And of course, I'll be happy to leave behind the accursed evil spirit.
Oh my, an evil spirit?
Oh yes. It tries to suffocate when you while you sleep. It's an infallible wake-up call.
Well, think about it, if that's all right. Perhaps I can offer you a more welcome alternative. Would you consider taking lodgings with me?
Really?
Well, a vacancy has conveniently presented itself. Though it is up in the attic, I might add. Are you sure it isn't just a storage loft? I spoke with the landlady this morning on the matter of price, and Iris is cleaning the room as we speak. You must come at once. I presume you have no luggage to speak of?
Oh, this is simply wonderful.
What an honor to be invited to taking lodgings in the great detective's office, his attic.
I'm too overcome for words.
So, suggesting we look elsewhere is out then. Then it is settled. Iris will prepare a welcome dinner this evening. And you must come, Mr. Natsume. I insist. I don't know what to say, but thank you, and yes.
Wonderful. Then I'll go complete the paperwork for your formal release, Mr. Natsume. It shan't take long.
Somebody's happy. Locum, I knew that you wouldn't let me down. I'm truly delighted to have met you here in London. Likewise, Mr. Natsume. It's been a privilege meeting you too. It's a shame that we're going to have to say goodbye so soon. Well, I've come to realize that I belong in Japan. But Locum, we'll meet again someday. Yes, I'm sure. And hopefully by then, I'll be a successful lawyer. Hopefully by then, I'll be a successful author. Well, my dear fellow, our carriage appears to have arrived. Shall we go, Mr. Naruto? Yes, Mr. Sholmes. I've little doubt our Natsume will be released in time for the dinner this evening. Released from his soul from his body? And so, with Sosaki-san's innocence successfully established, we rode with Mr. Holmes. No, not Mr. Holmes! No! We rode with Mr. Sholmes to what was to become our new home, 221B Baker Street. Ooh, what a cozy place. Hey, wait, this was in the start menu, I think. No, this was in the save menu, I think. What is that tank? Are we rich enough to have a terrarium of some sort? Can we grab some exotic plants to put in there? It's all the rage in 19th century, early 19th century England to have a little bit of an ecosystem in your house. Do you think we can find something in the Crystal Towers? Got a little heater. Got a whole bunch of storage that's not our stuff. What are these canvases? Mysterious paintings. 20th of February, 4:41 p.m. The attic room. Ooh. Nice pan. So, this
is to be our new office. Yes.
Our office? I'd rather like the sound of that.
Me too. It's simply wonderful, isn't it?
I hope you can see this, Kazuma. It's only a small step. But I'd like to think we're getting a little closer to your dream now. So, my dear fellows, do you like the place? Oh my god! Without your outfit? That's what you look like? Do we get a little... Oh. we don't. I was gonna say, do we get a little portrait of you in this? I think this is just without his coat and hat.
Ah, Mr. Sholmes. Yes, thank you so much.
It's a delightful room, Mr. Sholmes. I simply adore it.
Right? Wow! That's what I thought too.
Good, I'm pleased to hear it. Iris and I are delighted to welcome you.
To quote the Adventure Time spin-off, God, he's hot. I'm more of a, oh no, he's hot.
I hope everyone's hungry. It's nearly time for dinner. We'll eat as soon as Mr. Natsume arrives.
No, they left him alone. He's gonna be dead.
We have a lot to celebrate. Iris, you must let me help you. All right then, Susie, you can be in charge of the salad. Splendid.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, how does it feel to have your own office in the capital? It's very exciting, actually. I can't help wondering what adventures await us. Those were precisely my sentiments when I first established my office at these premises. Until I discovered the dark truth about the city of London, that is. Sorry? London is a glorious place, full of wonder, opportunity, prosperity, mirth, murder, but the brightest of lights casts the darkest of shadows. Shadows? What do you mean? Well, I believe you're well aware of the murkiness that lies behind London's facade already. So, once again, Mr. Naruhodo, welcome to London. Of course, at that time, I had no idea of the significance of these words Mr. Sholmes had casually spoke. But it wasn't long before my turn came to lift the facade and see the true depth of the murk that lay behind it.
What's the next chapter?
Ooh, the adventure of the unspeakable story.
Yeah, you did it! Yay! That was trial number 4. Well, it wasn't trial number 4, but it was like case number 4. Technically, the second case did not have a trial. We were on a boat. But yay! Is this the last? I think this might be the last of this first game. Last part. It might be extra long. That's why I want to finish this before I go on break. But who knows how long this is gonna take.
Okay, let us begin the unspeakable story.
Oh, the Hound of wait. No. Oh, okay, yeah. This is the last one, and then it'll be episode 1 again. 2, 3. Oh, yeah. It's a circle. Okay. The Hound of Baskerville. Wait, what does it say? Let me zoom in. Episode 5: The Adventure of the Unspeakable Story. The Hound of Baskervilles. Baskerville! A hound it was, but not such a hound as
any mortal has ever seen. Oh, this is actually from Sherlock Holmes, isn't it? Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Yeah, Sherlock story! I wonder if this is gonna be like a twist to an actual Sherlock Holmes story, like the hounds. Oh, look at this! Little illustrations of where we went. Oh, that's fucking adorable. I don't know. The scenes are adorable when they are small. Whose desk is this? Oh, this is so fucking tiny. I can't remember. Whose desk is this? It's not Sherlock Holmes' desk, is it? No. Whose desk is this? Because this is Herlock. This is Sholmes's chair, right? With his little contraptions or whatever. I think. Yeah, it's messy. Whose desk is this? And then this is Briar Street, and then this is the defense head. I forgot his name. That's his office, and this is Natsume's place. Whose desk is this? Okay, let's begin. Start playing from the start of this episode? Yes. Ooh. Cutscene?
It's coming! Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistols I cocked it, and I waited breathlessly in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. "Look well, Wilson," Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. "For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles."
Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. Wow, 2 months? I didn't think it would be fast that forward. In that disconcerting courtroom experience, we were first thrown into the day we arrived in the country. And in Soseki-san's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court, which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So, life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that faithful telegram. 15th of April, 9:13 a.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. The NLC! Ooh, knock, knock, knock. Oh, that's our desk! That's what it is! Oh, the little image is our desk. Oh, it's got a little teapot. This is like a Japanese like iron teapot. When did we get one of those? Did you? Oh, we have a little terrarium. Is there a fucking lizard in there?
Is it a terrarium or an aquarium? It might be an aquarium, actually. I think it's full of water. Good morning, Luna. We have an aquarium. And tea. And more tea. Oh, this is boiling water for the tea over here. And then there's even like a little matcha whisk and stuff. I don't know what the heck we're doing at our desk. Oh, the Daruma Runosuke brought a little flower arrangement. And this must be this one down here. Yes, this is Susato's table probably. It's got the little tablecloth. It's cute tablecloth. And she writes with ink and brush. Holy shit. Does Runosuke also? Or is that a pen? Is this one pen? Like dip pen? That morning. Well, there's underwater lizards, you know? They're called salamanders. They're not even the same fucking species. Is there lizards that live underwater? Let me look it up. Are there lizards that live underwater? Oh, yes, actually. Oh, there are lizards. That's right, there are. They look like iguana. Yeah, they are iguanas. Marine iguanas. They eat seaweed. They dive down and eat seaweed and algae. Holy shit. Yeah, those are crazy. Salamanders live underwater? Yeah, they do. They're amphibians. Axolotl is not a lizard. Axolotl is a salamander. I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by a telegram boy. Telegram boy? Wait. I thought everybody like had a telegram in their house. But I guess like poor people can't afford that shit. No. I think rich people had telegrams in their house, which would need a specific line. But I think there's also, it would be like mail that would happen, where everyone would get a telegram house. No. Sorry. Not everyone gets a telegram house. Everybody has a shared telegram house. Like if you wanted to send a message, you would go to that telegram place, ask them to send a message to the other person's closest telegram place, and then they would, I guess, run the telegram to a specific person. That's crazy. Goodbye, Luna. That's how it works in my murder mystery books, I guess. I was thinking, okay, I was about to ask something really stupid. I was like, can we get telegrams in our modern day society? Yeah, they're called fucking texts. But it's not as fun, you know? It's not a piece of paper. Yeah, okay. I was woken by an unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he'd gone, Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Susato-san? Yes! Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see. What case is it today? Today? We had other cases? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I?
Oh, no, of course not. How silly of me.
But I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. So, shall we go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite?
Yes.
Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she?
And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting form. Now, let's see. What case is it today?
Here we go again. Let's examine all our shit. A shovel for burying bodies? That spade has been there since we rented the place.
Oh, that's not a spade, Naruhodo. It's a shovel.
No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping loose material. It's a spade.
No, spades are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel.
I don't want to dig a hole for myself. So let's just leave it. It's spring at last, and the weather is warmer now. But I love the smell of fire and steam rising from the kettle.
Oh, would you like some tea, Naruhodo-san?
Thank you, Susato-san. But I'm alright for now. With the green tea Susato makes me from time to time. It's Iris's unique herbal infusions. This place is paradise for a true tea lover.
Green tea is such a wonderful complement to British tea cakes, don't you think?
So, this is the tea set that Susato-san brought with her from Japan. Let's hope she hasn't noticed me slipping sugar and milk in my cup when she makes it. It's just so bitter.
Tea is a drink to be enjoyed, Naruhodo-san. You really don't have to force yourself to drink it, you know. I don't like to see you screw up your face so.
We've only been here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already.
You could tidy it up once in a while.
Susato-san, I always say, making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. And time spent tidying up is time you can't devote to the same cause. And time spent on ridiculous arguments is time that could be better spent on doing some simple housework. She wins, but I'm supposed to be the lawyer here. Ah, the Daruma doll I brought with me from home, still with only one eye colored in. I said I'd color the eye once I won my first court case here in Britain, but you have one, haven't you? Twice, in fact. Because I feel as though I'm still lacking as a lawyer. I tell you what, why don't you color the other eye? In case... once you think I'm a proper, full-fledged lawyer.
If you insist.
Is this gonna be a plot point later on? When we're feeling down, and then she brings in her Daruma and she's like, but you're a proper full-fledged lawyer. Look at these 2 eyes. Ah, this must be the telegram. That's really blue.
No, you mustn't look at that. Not under any circumstances.
Alright, I won't.
I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san, but you can be very mischievous at times.
Then put the telegram away if you don't want people looking at it. Is it gonna say, like, if you don't go to a court case soon, you're gonna be kicked out of Great Britain? Is that what it's gonna say? Like, you have to go back to Japan. Unless it's Susato-san that needs to go back to Japan or something. We were rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. The prawns we put in there are doing rather well. And the anemones too. Oh, it's just shrimp. It's shrimp.
It's a wonderful invention, isn't it? The sea behind glass, inside your room. Another example of Great Britain's greatness.
Having to clean it out and change water isn't so great though, is it? Because there's no filtration system, so do you have to like change the water every day? Do you know, I've never seen inside your room here Susato. Do you know, I've never seen inside your room there, Susato-san? I've never even peeped inside.
I should think so too. A young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know?
Whatever you say, young maiden. I think that's about it. Should we present our lawyers? So we present to this.
It means a great deal to me, you know, that you cherish his armband so, and wear it each time you appear in court.
Well, it's very important to me. It's what shows that I'm a lawyer. And whenever I wear it, I feel as though it gives me strength through Kazuma. I absolutely can't be without it, especially when I'm at a critical point in a trial.
But just the other day, I noticed you wearing it when we went to visit that park.
Sometimes I forget to take it off. So, what was that all about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean.
Oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, but you're not going to get away with that.
Well, I didn't think I would. Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing. Nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. Ahem. It was just a boring old telegram.
That's 3 times now that she's tried and failed to convince me it's nothing.
I promise that I'll tell you about it at some point.
Did your dad die? Are you okay? Alright, I understand. I suppose Soseki-san would have arrived back in Japan now, won't he? Is it news that Soseki-san is dead? No, it isn't.
Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already. Or be just a few days away.
A fortnight ago, we had a very long telegram from him. Do you remember? Complaining of seasickness. But by and large, it seems the voyage has been going well.
Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san?
I was just wondering, what might become of Soseki had he stayed in London, that's all.
You mean, as regards Lord Van Zieks, the Reaper?
Yes. I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled in insignificance in that case. What is it they say? That no one stands in the dock? That no one who stands in the dock can be saved from the Reaper, right? Like the way that nightmarish trial ended on the very day we arrived in London.
Even 2 months on, The cause of the dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yes, but at least Soseki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means that the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps. Even if that's the case, it's little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it would mean that he wields the sword of justice himself. Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants. No, I don't think so. Apparently, Lord Van Zieks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Oh? Yes, since Soseki-san's trial, he's withdrawn from judicial service again, it seems. Really? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court at all for several years. So, it's just been me who had to face him in his recent spate of trials then. Just my luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry, what was that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. I don't think anything's changed in this room. Unless there's more stuff up here. It's colorful. Has it always been colorful? 15th of April. Sholmes' Suite.
Morning, Runo. Morning, Susie.
Who the fuck is playing that? Sholmes? Are you actually terrible at violin? How long have you been playing this violin for? Oh my god, Sholmes. Does this help you concentrate? Is this what helps you concentrate?
Good morning, good morning, Iris. Iris.
What is it, Runo?
What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled.
Ah, yes. You noticed that, did you? Hurley isn't in the best form this morning, it seems.
Oh, his device is gone. What happened to it? His little, analyzer device. Oh! It suddenly went fast. Oh no! Hello.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes?
Good morning? Good morning. To die, perhaps. Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Damn this blanched existence. That is all. That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me, if it's not too much trouble. Yay, we brought a little cat home. Yay, this is Natsume's cat. Oh, look, it's Wagahai.
Good morning, boy.
Meow.
That must be some sort of tiny door for cats to use. But how did it get there?
Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, how wonderful. Let me help you, Iris.
It seems it would be, indeed, a fine day to die. I knew something looked different. Something's missing from Mr. Sholm's desk. Look at Mr. Sholm's desk. It's completely clear. Isn't that enormous machine usually on it?
We can never hope to understand what goes on in the great minds detective.
We can never hope to understand what goes on in the great detective's mind, Mr. Naruhodo.
Why?
Next time we're invited, we may find he's vacated the entire suite. That's scarily plausible, actually. Oh, you can repress all the things? Ah, yes. The letters V and R are inscribed on the wall, in bullet holes. Isn't that the initials of the Queen or something?
It's so delightful to see it in the flesh. Having read about it in the stories, it was so inspiring. I fired 100 arrows in my own wall at home to make the character for Susato, you know?
Super? But perhaps there are some things the great detective does that you don't need to copy? There's all sorts on these shelves. Chemistry apparatuses, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high. I can't help feeling the whole lot is going to topple at any moment.
Oh, such a charmingly untidy collection of paraphernalia, isn't it?
It just looks messy to me, like my desk.
But you, Mr. Naruhodo, must learn to tidy up after yourself.
No favoritism there, then. The fire is burning comfortably in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling in Japanese hibachi somehow. What? It's a very different feeling to a Japanese hibachi somehow.
Oh, look at that photographic print of the lady displayed on the mantelpiece. Could it be? Yes, it must be. It's the woman. Oh, how exciting!
Is that supposed to mean something to me? For having examined the fireplace and wait, what is that? What is that Steam achievement for? For having examined the fireplace in Mr. Sholmes' suite with Susato in episode 5 of The Great Attorney? Wait, why? What? The Great Ace Attorney Adventures? The woman question mark? Are they talking about the thing for Bohemia? Who's the Sherlock Holmes story about Bohemia? What was a woman? Adelaide? No. I'm so bad with names. More stuff to press. These are all mementos of Mr. Sholmes' past case, I think. If he'd been involved in my case, I wonder if the beefsteak from La Carnival would be on display here.
A Mr. Shu, a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing men, a bust of Napoleon. What an entrancing collection!
It looks like an untidy assortment of junk to me, rather like what's on my own shelves.
Well, you really ought to learn to keep your things in order, Mr. Naruhodo.
No favoritism there at all. It looks like a huge metal chest is being used as a table for tea and coffee. It seems very sturdy with an equally sturdy lock.
Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't go around opening things.
You already read this.
I always have to keep an eye on you, don't I?
Iris's beautiful tea set is here on display as usual. A cup of one of her special herbal blends always helps me relax when I'm feeling the strain.
The English pastime of tea has many similarities with our own tea ceremony customs, don't you think? It is the idea of hospitality behind it. That's the essence of tea.
This is where Iris notes down ideas, isn't it? Let's see, what does it say today? The Boscombe Valley Mystery.
Oh, how intriguing! It must be the title of Iris's latest work. Oh my, I wonder what fantastic tale awaits us.
Susato-san looks like an angel, but I bet she's dreaming of the most unsavory crime you can imagine. A girl and her murder mysteries. That's a charming little white shelf, and full of charming little bottles too. But the contents of them aren't quite so charming, it seems. Wait, in this fictional universe, they won't be murder mysteries. They'll be more like true crime. Except I don't think it's very true. It's been exaggerated in the Sherlock Holmes stories. Dramatized versions of true crimes.
Science is the future, Mr. Naruhodo. You can't deny it. I'm saving my money so I can buy some chemistry apparatus as well.
Law, chemistry, takedown throws. What diverse skills you boast, Miss Susato.
As useful as they are, I'm not sure that my throwing skills are worthy of inclusion in that list.
No, they definitely are. You can very consistently throw down an adult man. It's pretty impressive. Is that a pony? That's adorable. It's so fat. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Iris do much writing recently. But there's paper already set up on the typewriter, looking as if she's about to start.
That reminds me. When I mentioned that Iris was in the process of writing a full-fledged novel, Mr. Natsume was most impressed.
Yes, Mr. Natsume.
That's what I'll be doing too, once I'm back in Japan, he said through tightly clenched fists and teeth.
Alright, I think we've done everything. We talked to Iris about Wagahai. Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home then.
Oh yes, I've become very attached to little Waggy.
It would appear his previous owners completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their mews as empty as the hearts of the muses. Oh my god, that's so fucking cute.
If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place.
I suspect it's to ward off evil, right? Isn't that what cats do? Is that a Japanese thing though? I know in some cultures, like several cultures, cats are there to ward off evil. Let me look it up. In what cultures do cats ward evil? Egypt, ancient Egypt, Japan, India, and Great Britain. Oh, so all of them. All of not all of the cultures, But I mean, both in Great Britain and Japan is what I mean. Of all of the places that this game is set in, that's what I meant. Not all of them. Yes, Great Britain and Japan. That's all the places. That's all the places in the world. Ancient Egypt, Japan, India, and Great Britain. That's it. I suspect he would have taken him if he could. But pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience.
And for good reason. Terrible things could happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. Well, I don't mind, because Waggy is adorable. Meow.
Yes, he really is. Oh, yes. What about that door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing on the main door before. Where did that come from?
Oh, you noticed? You're observant, Juno. Look, I used this. This is my latest invention.
What is that?
I call it the Cat Flappo-Mat. The Cat Flappo-Mat.
Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats?
That's right. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. And it can do any door. And it can do it on any door at all, no matter what it is made of. It's very powerful, you see.
Wouldn't it have been quicker to make a cat flap rather than making a machine to make a cat flap?
Well, yes, maybe. But now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like. Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must make one for us. In the door of our office upstairs, Iris.
She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl.
Hee hee hee.
Wanting to die. That's the topic. You seem very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What's happened? It used to be the case that in my hands this violin sung like the dawn chorus. Its melissonant tones would make flowers bloom. It would? But now the muses are unamused with me. The goddesses of music have thrown me over.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
For hours I have bowed, for days even. Through the night I have endeavored, to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone, gone forever. No more recitals of unbridled emotion. Why are you acting like Natsume?
Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley?
Don't worry. I'm sure it will come back to you in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddesses of arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on a man. The next, they unmercifully withdraw it. Oh dear. Ugh, why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin from me, what is left, for pity's sake? What is left? Why are you acting like Natsume? Are you trying to find inspiration by acting like Natsume? Like, are you good? Deduction, perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for? Mr. Sholmes, I don't like to pry, but...
Your desk looks rather empty today.
Well done, Mrs. Susato. Your observational skills do you credit.
Oh, no, Mr. Sholmes. They pale in insignificance when compared to yours.
You'd struggle not to notice, wouldn't you?
You mean Hurley's great analytoscope? That's in Windy Banks now.
Sorry? It's at the Windy Bank?
No, it's Windy Banks, the pawnbrokery.
Oh my god, are we broke?
Pawn? What?
You mean you've pawned that enormous machine of yours? It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeserving.
But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you would have consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I should have gladly passed what little income I have to you.
Dear madam, things are far from desperate.
But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How can it be anything but desperate?
Making use of the pawnbrokery is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you. It is? It doesn't sound ordinary at all. It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works. Oh, is this going to be part of our trial next? Something to do with pawnbrokery?
Oh.
What's to understand exactly? What did you mean when you said we don't fully understand how pawnbroking works? To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks.
Banks?
On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to the pawnbroker of choice. With the money they received in return, they are able to trade happily through the week.
And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they've earned.
I had an idea. This has been
I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see, especially people in inner London.
And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn should the need arise.
Oh, how ingenious. So, whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at the Windy Banks, you see.
A pawnbrokery can only be thought of as an extremely secure vault. Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain?
Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things that he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley?
What does it matter? The world is dead to me now.
Oh, what was that?
Wagahai? Oh dear. What was that?
Oh no! Wagahai's tangled up in your violin!
I think he thinks it's a toy. No. What is he doing to it?
Oh dear. Mr. Sholmes' precious violin.
Why should I care? What? I shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is a more accomplished musician than I now.
Mr. Sholmes is in poor spirits, isn't he?
Well, anyways, I'll be putting it back where it lives, shall I? I'll put it back where it lives, shall I, Hurley?
Out of the cat's reach, if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. So, this is the violin, is it? It's a Stradivarius. Oh god! One of the finest violins in the world. Made by the renowned Italian luthier, Antonio Stradivari. Holy shit, Stradivarius, aren't they like famously expensive? I mean, how much does one cost now? How much is a Stradivarius violin? Between 5 to 20 million at auction. I'm sure... Wait. There's replicas that are cheaper, but they're still like 1500 to 4,000 CAD. How much would it be new in the like 1900s? Between 400 to 2,000 pounds, which roughly converts to 2 to 10,000 USD. Oh, there's authentic masterpiece and they're mass-produced replicas even during the turn of the century. Anyways, that's still prohibitively expensive. Never forget, they would get paid in pennies. Yeah, exactly. It would still be prohibitively expensive. How the fuck can you afford it, Sherlock Holmes? But you still have to pawn your shit. Okay, never mind. I know exactly why. Because he spends all his money on a fucking Stradivarius that he has to pawn his shit. And he buys like a bunch of knickknacks for his shelf. Oh god. Holmes, you're so... I'm not surprised that you're bad with money. But still, oh my god. Oh, I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me. I happened upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop, down in a nondescript back alley. Oh, okay, that's how he could afford it. He didn't buy it. For full price, anyway. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. How honorable of you. And until today has been my faithful companion in every Paganini-inspired performance I have made. Inspired performance, not an actual Paganini. So you play real fucking fast. I ask you, is there a reason to live in a world devoid of music? To tolerate this blanched existence? No! There is none!
Mr. Sholmes?
What, dear madam? What? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine.
Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think?
Hmm?
What do you mean, Miss Susato? Oh, Susie's right! Yes, the tone of the wood is completely different. That's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before.
Wait, that's not even the right size, is it? What's this? Yeah, scammed! He probably pawned it and then the pawn shop fucking stole it or something, I don't know.
I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all.
Is it a fiddle?
Then what? I believe it's an entirely different instrument called a viola.
What?
What? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you...
You're right. You're quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. So what, pray, is this piece of string and flotsam?
Not your faithful performing partner, then. Ah, I see what must have happened.
You do, Iris?
This is just a simple mix-up.
It sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what happened if we ask her. Oh, oops. Oh, wait. I want to show depressed Herlock my badge. What do you think of this? What do you think of this, Herlock Sholmes?
Mr. Sholmes, could I ask for your opinion about this?
You lure me to raise my languid head with the promise of some mental exaltation. Yet, in my morbid depression, I am confronted with the most mundane of problems. Oh. My mind finds greater stimulation in the unforgiving monotony of the floor than in your miserable offering. Anyway, glad to help. Oh, my head weighs heavy on my shoulders. What do you mean by a mix-up, Iris?
Well, you see, this viola, I mean, was at Windy Banks until last week.
Oh, the pawnbrokers. Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner. There is a proverb from the East, with which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel.
Ah, yes, indeed.
You sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in hopes that it would experience personal growth?
Oh, what a wonderful idea!
Last week, I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear Mr. Windybank mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead. But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow fuck. That's a musical term that's fucking like French or some shit. How to pronounce timbre. Sorry, timbre. Yeah, timbre. Okay. Of this piece of timber. No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings. Pshaw! A fine state of affairs it is. And I always say, Mr. Naruhodo, never trust a pawnbroker. They will try to fiddle you every time.
But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbroker as an extremely secure vault.
Come, Naruhodo. Dilly-dally will get you nowhere. Sorry? Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect, freshing your coffee so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency with which we are faced?
We must visit Mr. Windybank's brokery at once. Isn't that right, Mr. Sholmes?
Precisely, Miss Susato, without a moment's delay. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend to crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect. To fresh your eggs ever so more obtusely. Alright, say no more. Let's go then.
Don't worry, Nuno. I'll be happy to heat it up again later.
Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I'm rather curious to see what a British pawnbrokery looks like. New location has been added. Baker Street and Windybank's prawn brokery. We have prawns in our aquarium, and we're going to a prawn brokery. There's a connection in there somewhere. Let's check out the Baker Street first. A bustling London street on which can be found Mr. Sholmes' office and Windybank's pawnbrokery. There's a large bank nearby too. What's Sholmes'? What away? My lodgings and office. Located in the attic above the suite of rooms rented by Mr. Sholmes. I call it a consultancy, but clients aren't exactly beating down the door.
Oh, what a bustling place.
Closed? Was there something here before? I have investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place. Oh, look at all the different things in the windows of the shop.
Ah, that's Windybank's, the pawnbrokery.
It looks much smarter than a pawnbroker in Japan's, doesn't it?
Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally.
It reminds me of a tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable.
What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Naruhodo.
It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this.
Oh, I know. To actually be sharing accommodations with the world's greatest detective. If I ever find myself before the court of law now, I will have not one regret.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll be happy to defend you, of course. Ooh, so much stuff. The 15th of April, Windybank's pawnbrokery. So, this is the British pawnbrokery.
Oh my! There's all sorts of tools and contraptions in here, and I've never laid eyes on before.
Ah, Susato. And that spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression that you enjoy places like this. I also enjoy places like this, but I also equally find them very intimidating. Because they're usually... I don't think we really have the same type of pawn shops anymore. These types of stores are more like antique shops now. And those scare me. Because they're so narrow, I think I'm going to knock everything over, and then I'm going to have to pay for everything. And then everything is also so expensive because antiques are expensive. I get the impression you enjoy places like this.
Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me.
My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here. Yay, he has his coat and hat back on.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
We're calling on matters of business, not pleasure. And clearly, Mr. Sholmes means business too. judging from the spark of fury in his eyes.
Ah, Mr. Sholmes. Sir, welcome back.
He's definitely 100% sold off your violin by now.
Did you hear that brazen welcome?
Well, yes. We are potential customers, after all.
We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it is time to inform Mr. Windybank of our ire. Come, the fight is afoot.
Let's touch all your stuff first, though. Touch.
What are you doing, my dear fellows? We are not here to browse for interesting curios. We have come to teach this broker a lesson.
Oh, but there are just so many fascinating items.
It looks as though we'll have to talk to Mr. Windybank first. Windybank?
Windybank first, before you can explore in here, Miss Susato.
Wait, you guys have been living here for like a month. Would you not go to the store that's right beside you? Or 2 months, in fact.
Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago.
Yes?
This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windybank. The color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size.
A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes.
I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There's only one way to make amends. Oh God! A gun? I shall have to take my own life!
I don't think that will be necessary, do you? If I may just say one last thing before I pop off.
Oh God.
Yes. It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe.
Sorry?
As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard here it is.
You did?
And when I turned to controvert you, you had taken the viol and left, sir.
However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me. No. Stop, my dear fellow. The fault is mine.
Phew. It would appear that the fight is over.
I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windybank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy.
Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Herlock Sholmes without that questionable disposition, now would you?
I do believe you may have had me right, sir.
It's either laugh or cry, I suppose.
You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I needed to remind you of the peculiar collection of items you've brought through my door in the past.
Oh? Peculiar items?
In the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work, the novels of Herlock Sholmes or the such.
Oh my!
A new fully fledged novel?
And an unpublished. A story I have yet to read, you mean?
Forgive me.
Wait, before you die, you must tell me more. I must know more. I must know everything. Wow, Susato is really fired up. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof? Well, one day the gentleman here brought an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this in your care for a while, Mr. Windybank. For just like that, 1 shilling, sir, not a farthing more. It houses something of a very great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Herlock Sholmes. I beg your pardon? A manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be safe here. And it was that, as such, Mr. Sherlock's latest... Mr. Sherlock's... Sorry, no, not Sherlock's! Ah! Mr. Sholmes's latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true?
Is that why Iris has not been writing anything? Because you fucking sold off her story?
Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this?
Wait, there's like cacti on this corner. Wait, I'm blocking it, but there's like there's a cactus here, and there's a little, I forget what these are called. They're like little succulent things. I have one. I don't like them. I've given up on succulents and cacti. They just don't survive in my room. Not enough sun. Too much maintenance, okay? Too much sun. They need too much. They get all liggy and gross. And I don't want to grow them anymore. I shall continue. I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then continue kindly to store my belongings securely. Of course, sir, of course. They are safe and sound with me, I assure you, on my life. This is very strange. I wonder, could I ask you something? Ah, a gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that sable suit. I suppose I could offer you a 6 pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry. Ah, but for your splendid attire, madame, 5 guineas, no less. The colors are exquisite, the design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? How interesting. Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it was said that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you describe. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure storage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me, plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned. But what happens if they don't pay you the money? Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me. So you never sell items before 2 months has passed then? That's right, ma'am. That's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all. The very idea, Mr. Windybank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually, says the man who was telling us it was all a good day to die only this morning.
And let us not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh, what sort of measures? I engineered a simple device, which Mr. Windybank has installed here in the shop. I call it the red-handed recorder. Is that not so? Is that not so, Mr. Windybank? What was that deep sigh about? What on earth is a red-handed recorder? In your eyes, my dear fellow, there's only two. There are only two just below the ceiling. I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Very astute. It is indeed a camera furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Here, I have an example to show you. Ah, yes. A print from the camera set to record activity at the shop counter. I developed a special type of film so sensitive, it produces a crystal clear image even in darkness. Really? That's extraordinary. Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look. As you can see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. But did you not say the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals? Indeed, as you say, my dear madam. Then what if the incident were to occur in between times? One could only say, it would be a cruel twist of fate. I must confess, your devices have been giving me some cause of distress of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Windybank. Surely they are anything but distressing. Assurance is the word. The cost of the film, sir. You most graciously place not one, but 2 cameras in my shop after all. Which means I must pay for a nigh 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of film will break me before I'm very much older. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbrokery, you know. My dear fellows, we're on the verge of an age where safety and security come at a price. Oh, heavens help us. Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin. Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Windybank. Why is it so small and red? Perhaps this might be a mark of the end of my... Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop them. Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. Fear not. Sorry. I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed. That's not really what I meant. Good day to you then, Mr. Windybank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. So, Mr. Naruhodo, now we can explore at last. Look at the enormous ledger open at the counter here. Mr. Windybank is nothing else of very particular about the recording of items he accepts. He'd have to be. Otherwise, he'd get himself in all sorts of trouble. Which might explain that thing that catches my eye on the far more than the ledger. This revolver here. Do not entertain even the singles thought of pilfering an article herein, my dear fellow. I assure you, Mr. Windybank will not hesitate to draw that weapon at the speed of bellying his portly size. Or belying his portly size? I don't know. Oh, you don't mean he'd blow his brains out? Indeed. In recompense for his blunder. Oh, my. But in any case, of course we should never touch a thing. How could you even suggest it? There seems to be a little door hidden behind a curtain here. That leads to the storage room, where Mr. Windybank keeps articles that are currently in pawn. Ah, I see. There's nothing of particular interest inside. I certainly wouldn't recommend any larcenous activity. Recommended or not, it's not something I tend to do. There is but one key, and Mr. Windybank keeps it in his pocket at all times. Therefore, before he sleeps, he places it in a small pot, which he slides under his pillow. How on earth did you know, Mr. Sholmes? I am a detective, sir. It is my business to know what others do not. I am frequently assailed by information that I neither care nor wish to retain. Mr. Sholmes, you are a wonder. And a prime suspect if the pawnbrokery is ever burgled. Look at this! What could this lovely big shiny box be? That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have things in your own country. Oh my, yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before. Shall we listen to it then? Ah, what a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels. I've never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is of a rather larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside in which the notes can be played that to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with any music you care to imagine can be played. My goodness, what a simply delightful machine! Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently, with the development of the gramophone, of course. Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace. What an assortment of things are on these shelves, I wonder. Crockery, footwear, clocks, watches, almost anything you care to imagine. Those are forfeited items, offered by the sale of the pawnbroker. What does it really mean, though? When you pawn or colloquially pop on an item, the broker loans you the money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in the shop for sale, at a price of his choosing. Oh yes, now you've explained it. I'm noticing little price tags on everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. My treasured university uniform? Never. It embodies my student spirit. What the fuck is the metal tub doing here? Oh,
all sorts of things. That's not a calendar you can easily miss, is it? 15th April. Today's date. Yes, it's not for sale, I must point out. It's an Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. A perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windybank. And who was it that walked out of here with the wrong violin, I wonder? Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you must say. Oh, I can see you're very dedicated to your job. Now, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have 2 little windows for looking through. Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you're looking at is a stereoscope.
A stereoscope. Fascinating.
It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself.
Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I have a look.
Just before you do, there's something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically, as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, that is beyond you. It is of little consequence today.
All right then, I'm going to try it. Ah!
Mr. Naruhodo, you must see at once. Oh, all right then. So I need to be cross-eyed, like I'm looking at my own nose. Oh, do we actually get an image? Oh my gosh, I want to try. I want to try to make this 3D for myself if I can. I don't think it'll work. Oh gosh, I have to be really close to the screen. I can't fucking do it. What the? I don't believe it. Usually for these type of I guess it can't be done. It cannot be done. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you can reach out and touch it. Yes. The sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They're often found in little stalls at the park. People queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic? It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save the lesson for another day.
Oh.
Is that all for looking around? It's time to head back home for breakfast, please. Oh, is Iris here? Do we go back to our consultancy? Oh, I think maybe we go back to Baker Street first. Actually, since nothing happened at Baker Street. No? Maybe we head back to the attic and then like go to sleep. Yeah, that's exactly what should happen. Head back to here and then go to bed. What to do?
Can it really that? We've been in Great London for 2 months already.
Yes.
It's gone by in a flash, hasn't it? And what an English gentleman you trailed off there, Susato-san. I'm so sorry. When I thought it through, I realized it's not at all true, actually. I simply don't feel any Britishness has really rubbed off on you. Nor you, to be honest. Well, that's obvious because... Yes, I know. Without a doubt, it's your kimono that's most certainly stands out. I do adore the attire of English ladies. It's quite delightful. But somehow, I just don't feel ready to abandon my Japanese dress just yet. I wonder how Susato-san would look in Western clothes. That would be interesting to see.
Okay. I think I'm gonna end it for tonight. Oh my god, this is gonna be a long one. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this week, to be honest. You're gonna be left on a cliffhanger for weeks! But I shall leave it for next week. I mean next week. Next time, okay? And say good night for now. Good night, Sisre. No surprise nug. Just a sleepy nug. Good night, Ikaru. Go sleep. Sleep bedtime. I'm gonna go and binge another bag of popcorn. And then go to bed. Good night.